All right. Well, and we are back. Hopefully, everything is back up and running. I don't know how it still said I was live and it didn't show me any problems in the last stream, but welcome back, guys. We were just talking about um, recent events, surrounding Charlie Kirk and his untimely demise today. And the I live in Utah. Like I'm older. I'm in my 40s, so I didn't really follow, Charlie Kirk a whole lot. Just know that like he would do like the college campus stuff. Um but yeah, like I was just talking to kids today and I was getting pretty angry about, cuz I live in Utah and that happened in here, like right here in my backyard. That kind of, shakes you to your core. You're like, what the freak is actually going on? I think it just gives, more more questions than it does answers. I mean, that really sucks that something like that can happen, so close to home. And it yeah. Yeah, dude. Well, I don't know. My stream just all of a sudden, like you guys were, I could see you guys typing saying that the screen went black and like you guys couldn't hear me or anything. No, man, I was sitting here like my screen was all working. I was reading all your guys' comments and I was like, what the hell, dude? And everybody started saying that there was nothing on and they couldn't hear me and stuff. That's why I took his name out of this one. That's why I took his name out of this one, man, because I don't want to freaking get silenced. They're silencing people now. They're like, oh no, that guy's talking about it. Look, I don't care where you stand politically, man. Everybody is welcome here. Like this is a political neutral channel. I try to avoid this type of content, a lot, just so that I'm not, I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to force my views down their throat. That's not my intention. This is a gaming channel. It's not a political channel. But I can't just not. I like. How do you not talk about something like this today? Because I wanted to talk about video games, but how do I block that out and talk about video games, man? How do I block that out and talk about video games today, dude? I got to cover something. You know what I mean? And I'm, I won't use his name in this live stream because I don't want to really like try to, profit or anything off of his, off of Charlie Kirk's demise. Play Hitman in honor of Charlie Kirk. Oh my god, you guys, man. I mean, I don't know. You just, it just makes you wonder. It's like, why do they go after the most influential people? How often do people go after people on the other side? Like seriously. Yeah, it really did. It's almost like these things are, I saw a little bit of video of like, like right before it happened, like the phone zoomed in, the questioning that Charlie was being asked about during the time it happened about gun violence and stuff. It's just like, I wonder if these things are actually freaking staged, bro. You know what I mean? Like, do they? I mean, if they want you gone, do they just take you out or something, bro? Like seriously, it's almost like they did the same thing. You're right with Trump, and if he wouldn't have turned his head, he would have been done. He would have been done. Oh, I don't think he was in a gun free. I don't know. Yep. Welcome. Yes, he is. Well, maybe he is. I mean, who knows? Maybe I don't know. I mean, yeah, dude, I don't see how anybody could like, oh man. That's why they always tell you, don't mix political stuff with work and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's just pretty sad, man. It's just pretty sad that it's come to this kind of stuff. I mean, obviously he was out there making somebody mad, hurting somebody's feelings. His wife and two little children, exactly, man. This will be forgotten in a few days, just like the previous. Somehow the story never gets revealed. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. It'll get swept under the rug. They try to move past it pretty quickly. I mean, so I don't really follow Charlie Kirk. I mean, he's a lot younger than I am. Like I don't ever really, the only thing I ever see is like the cuts or something, like of like him owning somebody or blah blah blah. And that's like the only thing that I ever like really seen and stuff. Like I don't follow him. Like I don't, you know, so I can't like agree, but I look at it and I look at the effect, that he has on like my kids and other people's kids and stuff. They say like 200 yards, 200 feet. No world, but don't care about the children at the border in Gaza. Okay, dude, like, um, elaborate for us, man, because it sounds to me like the people over in, sounds to me like those people literally parachuted and hang glided and killed like what was it, like 1,300 people in Israel and ran away with a whole bunch of people and stuff like that and then they hide in hospitals and undergrounds and stuff like that and pretty much use the people over there. Yeah, I don't know. Like you're right. I don't live in Gaza. I don't live in Gaza. But it sounds like to me, if people over in the Middle East would just leave Israel alone, they probably wouldn't be doing anything to anybody. I don't know. That's just a thought. Maybe I don't know. I mean, if you poke a lion, you're probably going to get bit. You know what I mean? I mean, you see what happened with 9/11 in America, bro. I mean, like, it lit them up, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Go ahead and elaborate. Tell us, about the inconsistencies of war and tell us about what happens in war. Like, yeah, a lot of people freaking die, man. Action, reaction, FOFA. Yeah, yeah, FOFA. FOFA. Huh. Come on. I don't think I've never heard him say anything hateful. I've heard him say, I mean, I've heard him like deny freaking like, I don't know. I don't think that he's a, yeah, like I say whatever you want, but I don't think he deserved that, bro. I don't think he deserved that. But we live in a world full of cowards. They can't win with their words, so they use violence. The same people that tell us we got to ban guns. Why? Only the Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, maybe he created it himself, and that's what happened, you know. I mean, but here you are saying that like it's funny that people get sad when they have something horrible happen, but then you bring up like children at the border of Gaza and stuff, and I mean, yeah, bro, like I what am I supposed to think? Witty and donated most of his life to organizing events to let people speak and debate. I never heard him to be hateful either. Yeah, I don't really think he's a hateful guy, man. Tweet predicting Charlie's killing. I did not see that. I don't know, guys. Like I feel like that I feel like the world is so freaking evil, getting so evil, man. I really do. I think this world has absolutely just gotten so evil, man. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate that. Or divide them with ideology. It cannot be one life is worthless while others are not. Yeah, dude, I completely get that too. You know, if you think about this for a minute, Professor, I mean, like we're here talking about Charlie Kirk, you know, you're talking about like Gaza and stuff like that. And it's like, I've wrestled with the whole thing with Israel and Gaza. Okay. Like I've wrestled with it because look, I don't think anybody should be losing their lives. Like I don't. But then, you know, I also get that like, look, man, Israel has a right to defend themselves. And hopefully they are, I would like to, you know, I don't know. I guess maybe I'd like to believe that they're trying to be calm and measured in their approach to dealing with what they're dealing with over there. But at the same time, like there's so much propaganda being flung around all over the place and nothing ever really confirmed that it's hard to it's really hard to know what the hell is truth and what's not. Never going armed in today's world. Yeah. Ooh boy. Between good and bad, and the bad want the good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that, yeah, dude, I don't really care uh, about the. Yeah, I don't know. Not all lives are equal, though. Retired from the stage. I don't know, man. I guess something like that happens to Charlie Kirk, and then it's like everybody, it's like they want you to fear or some shit, you know, and it's like they try to use stuff like that to get you to be fearful, and like I'm always gonna speak my mind, bro, and that's always gonna put a target on my back, you know, as a conservative, you know what I mean? Like that's I guess now I have a target on my back too for speaking my mind. All I can say, be careful who you allow in your life to have an influence over you. If those people are consistently trying to make you angry or be angry about something, yeah, he's dead. Charlie Kirk is dead. He was shot here in Utah at that event, bro. They announced him dead at the hospital. They said there was nothing they could do to save him. It's a freaking sad, tragic day in America. You know, for me, I'm older. I'm like 45. I didn't really follow Charlie Kirk a lot. but my kids did, and a couple years ago, the baby cakes, she was really struggling with that whole like identity kind of shit, like there was somebody was influencing her to like start talking about like being transgender and stuff like that. And um I don't know, man. It's like she took a liking to Charlie Kirk, and that straightened her right the hell out. And like, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy that like Charlie Kirk was a, I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of youngsters out there that looked up to him as like an alternative to the stuff that like they know sounds probably crazy to them because they like, they and they're just being pushed, so like one-sided. And if you think about it, Kate, and like I get it, man. Like imagine I remember how it was when I was going to school. We didn't have any of that crazy stuff like, trying to get people to think they're different genders and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's crazy. It's not crazy. I mean, you feel however you feel, like whatever. I've already made my I've already I've already made my my stance on that. It's like, look, who am I to tell anybody else how to feel? Okay, like it's not my responsibility to tell anybody else how to feel. I don't have to 100% accept how they think or whatever, but I do need to at least respect them as a human being to have, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know what to say anymore, man. It's disgusting and evil, he says. I don't know if I do think that it's evil when they try to go after our kids and implant that shit in their heads. Because my daughter, dude, she was never freaking like trans or any of that kind of shit. She was like, call me they, and I was like, whatever. That shit went away pretty quickly, but I don't know if it was somebody on Roblox that was because that was around the time she was on Roblox. But then like she also had like friends at school, so I don't know if it was a Roblox thing or if it was like part of a school. But she started like wanting like rainbow stuff and all kinds of shit, and it's not appropriate to put links here. Yeah, no links. I think YouTube blocks the links in here. 18, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 18 plus, I'm okay with that. Yeah, exactly, man. I don't know if it was a Roblox thing because she was playing Roblox back then, or if it was something she was learning at school. And I don't know, man. She like stumbled upon like Charlie Kirk and she liked him and stuff like that. And I was like, all right. So I'd watch a little bit. I never really cared for. I don't really care for pundits too much because before I started leaning more conservative, I used to watch a lot of MSNBC, so my brain was pretty like retarded. You know what I mean? Like I was pretty dumb back then when it came to politics. Like I just thought, yeah, man, I'm informed. I'm watching the news, because I'm like going to work. I'm coming home. I'm like 35. I'm tired. I just want to lay down after work. I'd sit there and watch the news. That shit would put me to sleep, but like it was just conditioning, and that's all cable news is just conditioning. Just stay away from that garbage. Yeah, just get off of freaking, hey, what's up, Bad Wolf? Just get off of cable news and you'll probably be happier. I know I'm a lot happier that I don't watch that garbage anymore. And I don't watch Fox News or any of it. Like I don't watch any of it. I don't watch any of it. Dealing with the whole Charlie situation. Yeah, I tried to do like the first stream was a lot better. Like it came out better at first, but this one here, it's just like, look, I don't, if you like Charlie Kirk, cool, man. Pay your respects, say what you want about him. If you don't like Charlie Kirk, say what you want about him. I care more about the human's life than actually the content that he made, but I do know that the stuff that he made touched a lot of people, especially the youth, and like I'm grateful for that. Like I am grateful for that. Like my kids ask questions now, and they're not just they're not just freaking misinformed all the time. And like, we don't watch cable news at this house. I got rid of cable news. I got rid of cable altogether. Bob Joe. They want to be trans. They should probably just keep that to themselves. And I keep my, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about that. They can be trans all they want. Just don't be trying to get other people to try to be trans. And enjoy your life of loneliness, man, because sadly, straight people don't. I mean, I would never date a trans woman. Like, why the hell would I do that, bro? Like, I'm a lesbian, bro, through and through. I will be a lesbian until the day I die. Ha! In the Twitter settings, I made a list of words to mute so I don't see posts with those words in my feed, and Twitter is so much better now. Feels like Twitter from nice. Keep Christianity in the same boat. Well, unfortunately, this is the United States of America. This was founded as a Christian nation. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of interwoven in everything. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That sounds like some weird shit. I mean, that sounds like some weird shit. Like somebody come over here to America and they're like, you know what? We don't like it, but you're Christian. We want to make it so you can't be. Yeah, just shut up and go home with that shit. Sorry, bro. Like, Redstone this week, shooting for 75% performance on RDNA 3 and 54% or so right now. And nice. Generally don't need all this freedom, nor can they handle it. Where's all the freedom? Instruction sets. Choice. Don't talk about stuff. The FBI caught the perp? Really? That's good. Christianity is a theory, and no, the nation was not founded on it. I'm pretty sure most of the people that came over here were Christian. Yeah, Christianity is pretty much. I mean, it's my religion. If you don't, I mean, if you don't like the fact that I believe in Christ, then you're right. Church and government is supposed to be separated. And you have the freaking the freedom of religion here in America, but if your religion is not compatible with American norms and values, then sorry. If America had eyes, they'd be blue. Blue comprises 33%, huh? What do I think about Europe right now? Do Americans think about Europeans? I don't really. Is it? I don't know. Should I be thinking about Europeans? I think the Europeans probably should I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, man, that's why I don't talk about politics on here, because it's not something that like I think about a lot anymore. We're supposed to be a secular country. But at the end, others, regardless of religion, exactly. Like Christian American values, and you need to leave and be forced to leave. That was his way of corrupting the message and like trying to control over other freaking people. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I didn't think Europeans could talk about Europe, because I thought that if they do, then the thought police would show up and start arresting people for what they say online. Dogma is great. Some That's England. They're not a member of the European Union. Oh yeah, that's right. They did the Brexit thing. So in Europe, they don't show up to your house and be like, "You said something bad on Facebook. We're going to take you to jail now." I, in my opinion, I feel like the same thing. I think mass immigration to a lot of countries in rapid succession has has been hard on everybody. I think that native people are being kind of pushed aside, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna go to another nation and apply for like a refugee status or something, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened, man. It happened so fast that I think everybody's still trying to wrap their heads around what the hell is going on. You probably joined the letting everybody say what they want to say. Person they arrested at the event wasn't the shooter. Yeah, I didn't think he was. Unity is our strength. Well, it doesn't seem very unity. It seems like everything is literally being tried. Like everything is there doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of unity in the world anymore. What do you guys think? You have to be careful walking even in daytime in some places. Yeah, I bet. Rules for me. Even with its flaws. Yeah, dude, like what the hell, man? No unity for you, huh? Just have faith. It's kind of hard to have faith, man. It's almost empty. I don't know, man. Like, I just knew I had to say something today. I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to say something. I needed to get up and I just couldn't think about anything else, man. I'm like, what the hell? How does this shit keep happening? Like why does this kind of shit keep happening? Like, what the hell is going on in this world, man? Like, it doesn't even make any sense at all. Too touchy on the surface, man. Who the hell is Nick Fuentes? Who's that? You guys keep saying that name. Let me see. I don't even know. Nick Fuentes. Oh, so he's another person? Into the extreme far right end of the. What the hell does that shit even mean, bro? Extreme far right. Well, what does that shit even mean? Like, I just kept hearing today, like all the news reporters, like activist, freaking like Charlie Kirk. I'm like, why do they keep calling him an activist? Like, what the why do they call him an activist, bro? Like, I mean, is he an act? I don't think he's an activist. I think he's a freaking, yeah, I don't know. Like, what the hell, bro? Being pro-white is extreme far right, whatever. He's a pro-Israel conservative. Okay, so okay, I hear that a lot lately, and I shake my head most of the time. Why all of a sudden is everybody against Israel again? Like 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 what's the problem with Israel now? Can't keep blaming everything, all the world's problem on the Jews forever, you know? Like, eventually we're gonna have to like take accountability. I see. I don't get that. I keep hearing like this, like I keep hearing all this stuff about the Jews and everything, or Israel, and like, so what's going on with Israel? So you're gonna elaborate, guys. Yeah, I'm definitely in disbelief too, but somebody elaborate, man. Who owns CNN and Fox? Who knows? Political organization that would work on influencing young people. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just never heard him referred to as an activist until after his passing. That's all I'm saying. It's just like that's just the first time I've ever heard that term with Charlie Kirk being said. Like, is he an activist, or was he like I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if that's what an activist is, then okay, whatever. I don't know, but I just never heard that term of him being an activist. You're against our taxes and weapons being used for Israel? I thought they were paying for that. I thought they pay for all of that stuff, but they just get it at a discount. Uh, we shouldn't be on hand. I agree with that. I don't really think we should be. I don't really think we should be. I don't think we should be over there. I don't really think we should be like the police of anybody. I really don't. I think that I get I get sick and tired of hearing like, well, it's good for the world. It's good. Like, who gives a shit about the world? If they want to destroy each other, let them destroy each other, man. Like, this is America. We need to stay the hell out of people's business. Worry about our own damn backyard. We got vets out there homeless. We got freaking homeless camps in cities around the United States. Like, yeah, dude, close off our borders and let people do whatever the hell they want to do to themselves. seems to be anymore. We can't just peacefully disagree with you. No, I mean, well, Mikey, if you look at it, it's not like either side is perfect, dude. They're all pretty like we need our clicksies. We need our clicksies. So I mean, like I get it. Like I get it. I guess you could say that like I don't care for like the negativity kind of shit, dude. I don't I think they both do it. I mean, like right after Donald Trump got elected, you just hear all these influencers from like the right. You just kind of hear them like all of a sudden like in the face, like, oh, you liberals and this and that, and it's like I said earlier in the other stream, it's like, why the hell are you talking down to your fellow Americans? You claim to be a conservative, and yet you are talking down to other Americans like they are children. This is the time to try to educate and, bring them along or try to understand the plights or what they're suffering. I don't know, man. Like seriously, if I could be changed from a Democrat to a conservative, I'm pretty sure that, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Social media has ruined public. Yeah, you're right, dude. It is pretty crazy nowadays. He was a man of God, from what I understand. I mean, this sucks, bro. Books for no reason. It definitely wasn't degenerate Jewish stuff. Well, I have no idea, bro. Like, I don't understand why people freaking don't like Jews. Like what the hell, man? Like, what's so bad about them? I'm gonna go make me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Gosh dang, man. I do live in Utah. What's wrong with the title? You don't like my title? It's a sad day for America, man. Another South Park person got taken out. Because Charlie Kirk was murdered today. Assassinated. You don't know who Charlie Kirk is? What? What? What do you want? Charlie Kirk, he was in South Park just recently. Oh, yeah? He was a great man of God. Right. He goes to like the college campuses and engages with the students. No, man, crazy people commit violence with guns so that they can try to get them banned. Charlie Kirk was until this year. Yeah, dude, he got very popular very quick. I wouldn't blame South Park. Yeah, see, I mean, I've heard of him, but I didn't really follow Charlie Kirk a lot. Like I'm older. We're older than Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is a youngster. He's like I thought they said he was like 31. He was born in 1993. Like he's still a baby. He's a baby. Borderlands 4 dropping tomorrow. I wonder if I can download that now. Library. Borderlands number 4. Store page is approximately 16 hours. I feel bad for his kids too, man. I'm like, holy crap, dude. He was so young, bro. It's like that's so cowardly. It's like, how the hell do you do that shit? The guy didn't even have the fucking balls to like walk up to his face and like he legit hid in a crowd over across in the buildings or some shit and took him out. I'm like, what the hell kind of shit is that, dude? Like, seriously, what the hell kind of shit is that? I mean, that's like, I think that's just straight cowardly shit, man. You already got like people that are just like, well, you got to start blaming ideology and shit too, you know? And it's like, I've legit heard people like, oh man, I bet it was a trans earlier. I'm like, really, dude? Really, you're gonna go straight to that? Can't we just go straight to like call the freaking coward out? Yeah, man. Too freaking. Yeah, can you imagine that, guys? I just keep thinking about it. Like I've like the videos I've seen like playing over and over in my head. I'm just like, gosh damn, dude. Such a senseless act for no real freaking for what? You know what I mean? Like why? Like why? Like what? Like this shit just doesn't make any sense, you know? Like the person asking him the question, like like they were asking him about gun violence. The camera view that I seen zoomed in on it at the right time, exactly at the right time for the person to get shot. I bet there were more people involved in that, dude. I bet that was set up. It's almost like they tried to set it up for perfect like camera view angles and all kinds of stuff, dude. I feel like what happened to Charlie Kirk, bro, is I kind of have a feeling that it's gonna start something. I feel like that happening to Charlie Kirk, bro, just set Democrats back another 20 years. Because now the younger generations are gonna look at that party as like evil and murderous. And well, I mean, we don't know who did it yet, but I mean, obviously it wasn't from the conservative party that went after him. It was clearly the other side. And yeah, dude, I think that kind of sets the Democrat Party back because Charlie Kirk was pretty freaking popular if you think about it. I mean, dude, even the kids at the freaking at the grocery store knew him. I think that's going to set them little Democrat people back even further because now everybody just looks at that party as just pure evil, bro. It is. I mean, they you listen to the politicians on the Democrat side telling people to like get in their face and be angry and fight and all kinds of shit like that, and it's like I don't know, man. It just seems like the party of anger and rotten apples and but don't I mean yeah don't get it twisted. Don't just think that like all of a sudden like the Republican party's the right ones for you either, man, because they're just as bad. Anthropology, I know better than to mourn the loss of a fascist. Issue is Americans are not taught that definition. You are taught to fear them, but not who they show up as. You saying that Charlie Kirk is a fascist, or I don't know. He didn't strike me as a fascist. You know what I mean? Like he just to me he just I mean like I've heard Charlie Kirk talk a few times, and to me he just kind of I don't know, man. Libs are low D. Waving the flag and carrying the Bible, huh? So that makes him. Does that make him a fascist? I don't know. I kind of feel like we have. I mean, to me that sounds like a nationalist carrying the flag and the Bible. That sounds like a nationalist to me. It doesn't sound like a fascist. I don't even think most of us even know what the hell fascist means. To be completely honest with you, I don't think the only party that resembles anything crazy like that is the ones that are the party that's calling for getting rid of guns, man. The moderate right. I was born in like 1993, man. Neocon liberal. The left. In favor. Think about what the hell you're saying. Then reread your comment before you said, huh, I know. See, I don't know. Like it's kind of curious to understand what other people think of Charlie Kirk. It is, man. I do kind of feel like this could potentially be the start of a civil war, man. Like Charlie Kirk, man. Like, military in the streets of people breaking down buildings and burning shit and looting shit. No, dude, send the fucking military. Send the military and put an end to that shit right now. You have the right in America to protest peacefully, but you don't have the right to burn down fucking San Francisco. You don't have the right to loot private property. Yeah, dude, those shoot looters on spot. Shoot them on spot, dude. Looters. Yeah, dude. I mean, you have the right to peacefully protest and to protest. Absolutely. And I stand by that right 100%. But looters, nope, shoot them on spot. Just shoot them all. Don't even care about that, man. That's just, to me, that's organized crime. That's organized crime. Those guys are out there doing it. If you're a business owner and those guys are breaking into your business, absolutely shoot them. Shoot them all. Every single one of them, man. They forfeit their lives when they start doing stuff like that. Russia and China are a little bit different, bro. They shut down everything. Violence and looting buildings and burning stuff down. No, man, that's not cool. They're not meant to police they're not meant. Okay, you know what, reluctant hero, they're not meant to police the citizens. You're right. You're right. But when all the local governments are corrupt and they're allowing these cities to be burnt down and looted and robbed, and they're just turning a blind eye and standing aside, we need to send somebody in there to protect the actual citizens of America. If the county and state level cannot provide that protection to their people, then yeah, the National Guard is from that area. When they call in the National Guard, they call them in from California or wherever they're at to serve in their own state. And yeah, dude, they do have a right to form a militia and actually stop the damn criminals. Yeah, as soon as all the freaking businesses move out, then they're going to start looting houses. I mean, now that Charlie Kirk was assassinated today, do you think all the conservatives should go out there and just loot all the freaking stores in their areas now? Cause nationwide freaking uproars and go loot everything. And I mean, they should be all right, right? They should be able to burn down whatever they want and take all the freaking shoes from Adidas and all that shit and steal all the TVs from freaking Best Buy and Target. Should the conservatives be able to go and do all that now, bro? The Apple stores, like clean them out. I mean, I guess, man, what's right for the goose is good for the gander. Let's do it. Let's go. Yes, let's all form like a little crowd. We can. I mean, isn't all the 5090s? I mean, yeah, dude. I guess. I mean, yeah, dude. It's the Ukrainian girl on the train, and go out and start looting over all that too, man. I mean, you guys already know how I feel about it. If you go out there and start looting stuff, I think the owners of the store should be able to just pop you, dude. Pop, pop, pop. They should 100% have that right. You break into my house, you're getting shot. Like, yeah, you break into my home, you are getting shot, dead, DED. I won't even ask you a fucking question. You break in my house, you're dead. Like I will shoot you, 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Like you won't. And yeah, dude. Like I live in Utah. We have the right to protect ourselves and shit like that. Like, yeah, dude. I know that law pretty good. Like you won't freaking survive breaking in my house. We are not playing. We're not playing. That's what I'm saying, man. Like we have some serious societal issues, and I think that the loudmouth, trash ass people that get on fucking cable TV and start spouting stupid nonsense bullshit need to shut the fuck up. They need to shut the fuck up and stop stirring people up. I mean, it's crazy at this point. Where did the country go wrong when when everybody started watching cable news, bro? Like, turn that cable news shit off, dude. Flick that crap off. Stop listening to those people. All of them, they're all the same, dude. Fox News, Hannity, Tucker Carlson, all of them, they're all the same. Freaking Rachel Maddow, they're all garbage. They're all absolute trash that are there to try to freaking stoke fear and anger to get you to keep watching their garbage. Trust me, just turn all that shit off and you'll be so much happier. I feel terrible for Charlie Kirk's wife too, man. They do. They just need to back the fuck down and shut up, dude. They all need to shut up. Should violent criminal offenders deserve a second chance? It depends. It really depends. It really depends, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're going to freaking jail every other week for something violent, yeah, probably not, man. Freedom and liberty, that doesn't mean I want to take your money to provide me with something I want. That's called, yeah, exactly. Thoughts on sanctuary cities? There should be no sanctuary cities, man. This is a sovereign nation that has borders, that has laws. If you break those laws, you should immediately be sent back. There's no such thing as a sanctuary city, bro. It's not sanctuary. 47 fell. Oh, we're talking about the guy on the train, huh? Yeah. Yep. Cable and social media should go too. Yeah, dude. I'm all right with that. I think you're more likely though to get real actual news from social media than you are to actually to listen to regurgitated shit from cable news posted onto social media. Culture is dying, bro. It is. What do you mean by accept Trump? Whether you like it or not, Trump is the president of the United States right now. He is the commander in chief. Love it or hate it, whatever. Just wait and vote like the rest of us. Oh yeah, exactly. Huh? They can't do that, bro. I mean, they're legit broken, man. Like their whole life and ideology and freaking identity revolves around just the nonsense that they spout every single day. Like, how the hell do these people not have fucking jobs, bro? Like, seriously, how do they not have jobs? They will in about 4 years, man, when they clean everybody out of here. Look, I'm sorry, man. If I went to another country, bro, and I didn't freaking do it the right way, they would deport my ass immediately. Like they would freaking lock me up and deport me immediately. So I really do. I don't feel bad about people that break the law and come over here and live here for 10 years and then finally get caught. Like I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel bad if they get deported. They come over here and they start a family and they have a bunch of kids and then they get deported. I don't really feel bad about that. Like they broke the law, you know what I mean? Like if I break the law, they're going to separate me from my family and my kids and everything. So it's like, no, dude, I don't feel bad about that. They need to try to start doing things the right way. I think that the birthright citizenship is definitely a step in the right direction. They do need to, if anything, they need to like redefine that to a point where it's like, look, if you come to the country and you have a baby, that does not make your baby a freaking naturalized citizen. You are not subject to the freaking like, yeah. I think that they need to actually define that so that it's like, look, you can't just come to America and have a baby and that kid's a citizen. Sorry, that's not going to happen. They need to like define that so that people stop trying to take advantage of that. And yes, you know, like if you're not subject to the laws, you subject. Subject means that you are a citizen. You are subject. The parents are not subject, therefore the child being born here is not subject to our laws. Yeah, absolutely go after expired visas. And if they want to stay, make them pay a massive fine, you know, and extend their visa or something, or extend it. They have like 10 days after it expires to extend it, or they got to go back. Yeah, dude, the laws need to be enforced. Especially immigration laws. They need to absolutely freaking be enforced. H-1B visas need to end. Well, yeah, absolutely, man. These companies, these American companies keep hiring foreign workers to come over here at a lower price. Yeah, they absolutely need to stop that stuff. They need to invest in and hire the people from this country. They've destroyed the middle class so much, man, in the last 40 years. It's not even funny, dude. And then we spend all that money on the military and they're out there defending everybody else's border but ours. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with Trump building military bases on the border. Handle that shit, dude. Bring all our troops home. Put them down there, bro. Yeah. I mean, a lot of that shit just sounds like common sense to me. It doesn't sound like, oh, you're heartless or anything like that. No, dude, it just sounds like common sense to me. Like my kids are American citizens. My kids should be protected. You know what I mean? Like, can the government guarantee protection to my family? Are they vetting the people that they're letting come over here? I mean, I'm pretty sure most of them are freaking good people. Like don't get me wrong. Like most of them are probably awesome, solid people. But I mean, come on, man. You know they're not. If people are coming in through a crack in the freaking fence by the hundreds, they're not. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they're capable of. We don't know jack shit about them. Like they're just coming in. Like we're not vetting them. Like, I mean, how many people are going to let these people move right into their house with them? Like, oh yeah, come on in. Yeah, throw a sleeping bag over there on the ground, man. You guys can 15 in this room, 17 in the other room. Like, who the hell's going to be doing that? And it's not mean. It's not cruel. It's just like, it's just common freaking sense, my friends. It's just common sense. And that's the thing that I think it's like, you would think that a lot of people would think it's common sense, but there's so much influence out there the other way. Like people use language very creatively. They have a euphemism for literally everything, like abortion. They call it, they have a euphemism. They've turned it into a they've used a they call it a ball of cells now. Okay, they dehumanize it from calling it a fetus or a baby or something like that. They dehumanize it first with some euphemism. They use a euphemism to dehumanize, like abortion or something. And it's like, why do that? Like, why do that? Let these women truly fully understand the consequences of doing something like that. Every woman that I've ever met that's had an abortion, like they're not right anymore, man. They're not right anymore. They're almost like, it's almost like they have to be. It's almost like they have to become cruel. Like it makes them. You can see it like in their eyes, bro. They just become like this different person, and they're on drugs, or they drink a lot, or something like that. And you just know. Like, I mean, you don't know immediately just by looking at them, but you know, after they tell you, you understand like the coldness in their demeanor and stuff. And you're like, okay, I get it. It makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Why the hell are they teaching gender at elementary schools? Like, to me, it's like, there's two genders. Like I'm there's two of them. There's two. There's a man and there's men and there's man and woman. There's two genders. Okay. I'm not gonna pretend there's more than that. There's two genders, and then there are men that dress as women, and then there are women that dress as men. That's what it is. That's what it is. They go out and they have their bodies, mutilated by diet, by science and doctors and stuff like that. That doesn't make it true. That just means that you're no longer a male or a female. You're now a mutant. You've been mutilated by a doctor to appear as something that you're not. And I know that's mean, and the word mutant is probably not the best word to use, but like, you're essentially letting somebody else mutilate your body and remove parts of you that you were born with. And to me, I don't know, like that just sounds like something that would not be anything that I would ever be interested in doing. And I couldn't imagine. I mean, a lot of people might say, yeah, dude, it's like it's bad, or it's a mental disease or something like that. I couldn't imagine not only feeling that way. Like, put yourself in their shoes. Imagine feeling like you would want to be a like, as a man, a female, and then having people around you being like, oh yeah, that's so good, you're so strong, and heck yeah, be yourself, and blah. All these stupid fucking people in the world today that actively encourage this shit. They're telling them, yeah, don't ever let anybody tell you can't, blah blah blah. And I know that they think they're helping, or they're being supportive or something like that. But imagine being a guy and like thinking, yeah, like I want to be a girl, because you're feeling fucking insecure, or maybe you feel like you just feel like I don't know, maybe you feel, maybe you're vulnerable at a point in your life, and you're feeling like, Like maybe you feel like something happened. Maybe something traumatic happened to you, and all of a sudden you don't feel you feel like your manhood's been stripped or some shit. Could you imagine feeling like that? And then people around you being like, yeah, you should do it, bro. Yeah, yeah, do it. I mean, be yourself, you know. If you feel like a woman, you know, who cares what anybody else thinks? You should, and then you go along with that shit, having your manhood removed. And then you wake up a fucking few years later and you're like, what have I done to myself? What have I fucking done to myself? When all that support group shit's gone, when there's nobody there anymore because they always fucking leave. It's just like a funeral, bro. You lose somebody important, you got that support cycle right there in your face right when it happens, and then boom, everybody's gone, and you still got to deal with that shit on your own. Every single decision in life you're going to have to deal with on your own. The support groups are going to be there at first, but then they fall apart and they fall away, and then you are stuck with the consequences 100% of the time. And those motherfuckers are gone. They're not even there anymore. They've like legit checked out to the next person to fucking make them feel good about mutilating their body. And then they're gone off to the woman to make them feel good about aborting their child. And then they're gone, leaving a trail of fucking wreckage all the way along with all these people that are now broken, not only physically, but mentally. That's some crazy shit, man. Like when I was going through college and I had to take forensic psychology, that was one of the most interesting classes that I ever took the whole time I was in college. Okay. Forensic psychology, because you learn like this, because it's not regular psychology. It's like there's like this sick, twisted side of predators, man, like Jeffrey Dahmer's and shit like that. Okay. Like their psyche is so messed up that have a nice day and try to lose a judgmental attitude. Didn't read the book about subscribe to, because if you did, all right, whatever, bro. If you know, I mean, it's like people like this guy right here. Okay. They try to like guilt you with like stupid ass shit, like stupid ass, like, oh yeah, I know you sound like a Christian. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm a Christian, bro. I care about my fellow man and my fellow woman. That's why I'm talking about this problem right now. Okay, it's a human psyche that people are more willing to do stupid, fucked up, dumb shit when they have a support group and people encouraging them, influencing them to do things. But once that influence and all that shit's gone, like after the fact, they're stuck with that all by themselves. And people like you encourage that, bro. Like you encourage that. Like you can't wrap your head around that, like the real struggles that people are going with. Like you guys are there like a flash in the pan for a minute, and then you're gone. And then you're gone. And you pretend you care, and you don't look back at the damage or at the problems that are created along the way. No, you just keep moving forward, trucking along off to the next person to fucking destroy their life. And then like nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit, especially for men, young men. You tell these guys to be more fucking feminine, and then they be more feminine, and then like they can't work, they can't do nothing, they can't sustain themselves, they can't think, they can't do shit, they can't work a 40-hour week, and they're just broken. They're broken. They're a former husk of themselves, living in wallow and pity and sorrow because they can't, because they're not being a man. They're not doing what they're freaking built to do. I don't need to understand. They need to be accepted and loved. Yeah, everybody deserves to be acceptance and love, but that's not what they're getting. They're not getting acceptance. They're not getting love. They're getting delusional, stupid fucking people that think they're helping, that they're not really helping. They're not telling them, like, look, man, that's a massive decision you're about to make there. Like, you're about to mutilate your body. Maybe you should think on this. Maybe you should wait a couple years and see how you feel then. Maybe you should try something else or do something, or you know what I mean? It's like everybody's like, oh yeah, you should do it. You should start taking these blockers right now, blah, blah, blah. No, man. They don't take pride in being a man. You're right, dude. They don't take pride in being a man. There's like, what pride are they supposed to take? And if they do, they think being a man is like being a gangster or something like that. And it's just not. I don't know, man. Like, I think it's crazy. I really do. I think it's crazy that people. I don't know, man. I would never encourage anybody to do anything I wouldn't do to myself. That's that's my law. That's my law. If I wouldn't cut my shit off, bro, I wouldn't encourage anybody else to do it. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do it. And think about it. If you're a woman, if you're a man, bro, like if you're a man and you're encouraging another man to do that shit, are you gonna date that dude? Are you gonna like seriously? Are you gonna date? Would you date a transgender? I mean, seriously, y'all up in here telling me how to blah blah blah. Well, I'm sure you're married to a transgender, right? I mean, surely you are. I mean, like you date them all the time and everything. Because I wouldn't. I don't know any other man that would date a transgender. Like, why would they? Like why would a straight man date a transgender when they can go out and look for a perfectly healthy young woman to date and marry and be happy and maybe create a family, bro? You're not gonna be able to create a family with a transgender. So now you're just sentencing them to freaking loneliness on top of that. You're helping them castrate themselves and and not have that ability to ever create children. You're essentially sentencing them to the rest of their life of loneliness for what? Because you feel good or like I don't get that. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I just don't get it. Like I don't understand like the logic of yeah we're helping them and you're being a bigot and blah 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 and it's like no I'm not. Like I actually care about the fortitude of their wholeness. Like I do. And you know, for people to encourage other people to do something like that, to me, that's like the T's messing things up for the other three. I know. Personally, yeah. Like I don't think most of us. I don't think any of us, as a straight man, like I don't ever think of that. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever think of. I don't. Yeah, but I don't know, man. But then you see like these people that went through with the body mutilation stuff and a few years down the road and they're like they hate what they've done to themselves, man. Like exactly, love your neighbor as you love yourself and do unto others as you want done unto you. And seriously, like if I was thinking about cutting off Woody, I would expect at least all of you to be like, no, Frog, don't do that. You're going to want to play with him in like 10 minutes. You know what I mean, bro? Yeah, I would expect you guys to like have my back and tell me, look, man, don't do it. You won't appreciate it in 10 minutes, man. All I know is, dude, if I would never take advice from somebody you've only recently met within a few years, and I would never take advice. Yeah, you know what I mean? I would. I don't know if I would trust half these freaking moms out there in the world today, too. That I mean, like, think about it, dude. Like, all of Angelina Jolie's kids are freaking, dude. Like, how? Like, what are the odds, bro? Think this is my calling to be like a no, dude, I really love gaming more. I I get I get too fed up with politics, man. Like I can't do the political stuff, bro. I can do it like in small spurts like this, dude, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Should I trade my Woody for a 6080? No, come on. Can do both. Like what at the same? No, I don't want to be another freaking I don't know. Maybe. If we want to get better, Maybe we do. Maybe we do need to talk politics. I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to push anybody away from the channel because I don't care what your political party is. Like, I really don't give a shit. I don't. I accept you for whoever you are, and I do. Like, I would never push you away. I don't care what your political beliefs are. I would just as soon not even talk to you about them and just like go on about our business. But I mean, yeah, you're right. There are things that need to be talked about, and I think people need to be more. I think people need to be more informed. At least figure out what they actually stand for. At least figure out what you actually stand for, because I mean, you can follow a political party and literally just be voting for shit you don't even give a shit about, and throwing your vote away, or you could be like, because look, I do believe that voting is very important, and I think you should vote for the people that you actually support. Frog Boy, and what's his name? JD Vance, and Frog Boy. No, absolutely, you should not leave because you're a liberal. I was a liberal for most of my early life, bro, and then I became more conservative leaning, and now I'm more like, I don't give a shit about politics. Absolutely not, bro. If you're a liberal, you're welcome here. You're always welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. That's what I said. That's why I try not to talk about politics, because I don't want to like push you away, because like, dude, it's not even about that. I think, honestly, Cleo, I think politicians go out of their way to separate us, and they're doing a great job at that already. I don't want to do anything that's going to separate you and I. Like, I don't want to ruin our relationship. You know what I mean? Like, I really do look at the people that subscribe to the channel and come here and watch as my friends, man. Like, I look at you guys as my friends. It's like we're like a big family, and I care about every single one of you guys. I am trying to understand what's going on in our country. I am. Like, I don't understand the divide, bro. I don't understand like Cleo here, man. Like why would you leave, bro? Like, for me, I absolutely cannot live. I mean, I still follow all of the same old liberal people that I used to follow before I started being more conservative. I still follow them. I call them out on their shit, and I call the Republican guys out on their shit too. Whatever party's in power, I avoid the commentary from them people. So like right now, Donald Trump's in power, so I don't watch any Fox News. I don't watch any freaking Tucker Carlson. I don't watch any Sean Hannity. I don't watch any of that shit because I don't need any fucking propaganda. I don't need any propaganda. I just need the truth. And so I, try to like, just I just follow individual people and talk and listen to them, from time to time. I don't watch cable news. I don't think anybody should be watching cable news anymore. I think that shit's garbage propaganda on both sides. Like, trust me, on both sides. Oh yeah, see, dude, you can't watch that shit, bro. It will just ruin your mind. Like, trust me, there's still a lot of stuff that I care about deeply from a Democrat point of view. Okay. And when I say Democrat, I'm like JFK Democrat, not none of this new hooey fooey bullshit like AOC and progressive garbage. JFK, the early days of Bill Clinton. I still have a lot of those beliefs. But at the same time, I'm definitely a lot more on the conservative side. And that's kind of because I feel like the conservative party is leaning more toward what the Democrat Party used to be. So I don't know, man. I just think politics are so horrible for all of us. They need to stop lying to us. Yeah, exactly, dude. How about love? Yeah, we love everyone. Yeah, dude. I'm one of those kind of people, man, that like literally cares about everybody. Like, I could legit listen to somebody like arguing like Democrat parts and be like, agreeing with some of that shit, but then once they start to get to the weird stuff that like absolutely doesn't matter, like once they start telling you to be angry and getting people's faces and shit, no, dude, that's it's all over. I don't think it's available for preload yet. I was just checking that. Says it will probably unlock in about 16 hours. 15 hours. I don't think it's going to let us download it until right on time. Scientific. Science is real. No human is illegal. Trans. Take your COVID boosters. I just don't believe trans should be in girls. Oh yeah, dude, they shouldn't be in their sports. They shouldn't be in their fucking locker rooms, and they sure as shit shouldn't be in their bathrooms, bro. Yeah, you're like, we can all agree on that shit, bro. Like I think we agree on a lot more most of the time, but it's like it's almost like we get forced into this stupid ass shit that we don't even freaking care about. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you got to support everything. No, I don't have to support any of that shit, dude. Like I don't have to at all. I can do what I want to do, man. I would just say like, and you're, yeah, exactly, a liberal Democrat. Well, I would probably, Cleo, if I was you, brother, I would just be like, I'm a Democrat. I don't know if I'd be like, I'm a liberal Democrat. I would be like, I'm a Democrat. Like, first of all, just being like, I'm a Democrat sounds more manly than liberal. I don't know if I'd add the liberalness in there, bro. You probably could do without that. Democrat's fine. It's almost like people get kind of pigeonholed into like having to support all this other shit that they don't even care about. Good evening, Dozilla. Regardless, I'm also in my 40s and I've gone from more liberal to more conservative. I kind of just think you get there. What about being Blue Dog Democrat? There you go, brother. Yep, that works. Blue Dog Democrat. Yeah, Gavin, dude, most of the freaking Democrats though are so. Cleo, you sound more like what I used to be, like more like an actual Democrat and not this new progressive Newsom and fucking AOC garbage. Like you're a Democrat, you don't support that shit. Get rid of those people, vote them out, and vote in an actual real Democrat. And dude, I guarantee it, if you voted in a real Democrat, you would see shit change so damn fast. Because I guarantee it, bro, real Democrats and Republicans are needed for a good friction, good balance, or whatever. But these progressives, they have no desire to work with anybody, and they try to co-opt the whole party and drag them down in the mud. And that's why Democrats are not very favorable these days. It's almost like you got to vote all these people out and like start over again with the Democrat Party. And that's where it starts, bro. You start voting for, you got to vote them out. You have to vote them out, dude. You can't just be like blue no matter who, or red. No, you can't have that idea. Like, you can't have that attitude. Some people are just not fit to be in public service, bro. And that's fine. That's fine. Like, look, you're not fit. Like, why the hell are you running, Gavin Newsom? Like, get out of here, bro. Or like the one, or like the LA mayor that like took away money from the fire department in fire season. Yeah, she has no right running a freaking, yeah, she needs to be fired immediately, bro. Like what are we doing? Like, what are we doing in America? We are putting the dumbest freaking people in office. Like, we need to stop doing that. Like AOC, okay? That girl has no business being in office, bro. Like, she has like no business being there. You can't hate America and serve America. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't, you can't do that. How do we got to start voting them out, bro. We got to start voting them out. Honestly, I'm not against our government like selling weapons to Israel. Like that's fine. We can sell them the weapons and stuff like that, but like giving them I thought that's what we were doing. I don't remember us like actually like giving Israel money. I thought we just sold them weapons at a discount. Exactly. Surgery, snacks, and drinks. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think that you should be able to buy garbage on food stamps. No, you should have I honestly think that yeah, dude, I'm perfectly fine with that, bro. If you want that kind of shit, go work and get a job and buy it yourself. You don't think we should give them a discount either? Okay. I see. I don't know. I do kind of. Okay. Here's my thing though. I'm not against like supporting Israel or whatever, in terms of like, whatever. But I really don't think we should be beholden to them at all. Like I don't think that they should be dictating any of our foreign policy whatsoever. Period. I don't think any nation should do that. I think that our government should. I think we should be worried about our own freaking our own borders and shit, dude. I don't think we should be sticking our nose into anything over there. Michael, Mr. Milburn, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the sweet donation. Should I get Chronos? Yes, you should. It's hard, bro. It's a tough game, dude. It's hard, man. It's gonna hurt you. It's gonna make you sad, bro. Yeah, it's a tough one, though. But yeah, Chronos is pretty cool. Looks awesome. You think Vance is a plant, bro? AOC is absolutely, dude. She's the new freaking she's the new what's her name? Freaking Nancy Pelosi. She's the new Nancy Pelosi. Do you think across the border? Probably a lot, bro. Probably a lot, man. I honestly think that America, bro, we need to fix this shit, dude. You know, I think I think I think I don't know, man. I just really hope that Trump can do what he said he was going to do. Get things back, get things back to normal. The whole freaking tariffs thing that they keep trying to scare us with and stuff like that. It's like we don't need any of those products. Like we absolutely don't need them. We can get by without them. Nothing that they're selling to us is like all we really need is food and clothes and stuff, and we can make all of that here, medical supplies, stuff like that. Everything else is not necessarily a necessity. So if it's not made here and we've got to pay a tariff on it, the thing is with the tax cuts and all of that stuff, it should kind of equal out. But you now with the tariffs and stuff, you get to decide what it is you actually want to buy and what you don't want to buy. Hey, thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Like with the tariffs and stuff, I think I see that's the thing. It's like if we keep buying everything from every other country, okay? Like here's the thing, if we keep buying stuff, eventually we're going to run out of money. Since they work harder than us, I think Elon's just going to have to take his pick of the cream of the crop out of regular American people and hope they work good. Sucks to be them for dumbing down the American freaking for dumbing down the American people, bro. That's on them, dude. Wait a minute, Mr. Walker, call it what you want. Trump is a clown. How's he a clown, dude? Trump is the best. Trump is the best thing that's ever happened to. No, I'm just joking. I don't think he's a clown. I think he's a showman, bro. I think he's a showman, and I think that he says stupid shit that he knows is going to get a rise out of people, bro. Like he's pretty smart, man. He's pretty smart. Like I don't know, dude. I don't think you give him enough credit for doing what he does, man. He like legit freaking came out and showed you just how trash every politician in America is, bro. They're either on their knees kissing his shoes or they're freaking 100% against him. Yeah, dude. Trump literally pulled the freaking. He like literally pulled the curtain back on all these people, man. And it's like the Republicans just got on their knees and like, oh, King Trump, and then the other ones are just like, oh no, he's just trash and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, dude, you know exactly who those people are now. I mean, you know exactly who they are now. All the Republicans that turned on Trump after the first term, you know exactly who they are now. You know who they are now. They're all garbage. They're all garbage. They're all fake. They're all very fake. Talking about, you just don't want to know how the sausage is made. It's like, just shut the fuck up and tell everybody you guys are cutting each other deals and fucking making money off all these rich corporations and shit. Just stop being bitches and tell everybody what's really going on. I mean, I bet you if Donald Trump was like, look, I'm going to pardon everybody in Congress, full presidential pardon, but you have to come clean with everything you've done. And you also have to give everything but 15% to the Treasury. I bet you'd hear some wild fucking shit. Some wild shit, bro. You would hear some of the wildest shit from these scumbag politicians. Even the best good favorite ones that you didn't think would have been bad. I guarantee it, man. If Trump offered every single one of those guys a pardon, but they had to come clean and they had to give up most of the ill-gotten gains, you know, except for like they could keep what they've made salary wise. I know that sounds generous, but trust me, if they got to keep, like, say they've been in office for 30 years, they got to keep the salary for that out of their millions that they've acquired, but they had to give the rest of it back to like the government or something to pay for their sins. And they have to leave office, but they get a full presidential pardon. They don't have to go to worry about going to prison. I bet you guys would hear some. We will talk PCs on probably another day. Today's one of those days that we're not really doing like PC talk. My brain's going too fast, bro, to think about that right now. I just can't stand seeing shit like this keep happening in America, bro. Like we need to come together. We need to fix this shit. And it seems like everybody just wants to be distracted, you know, because I'm the same way. That's why I only talk about video games all the time, man, because I want to be distracted, but it seems like the more distracted I get, the closer and closer and closer this shit gets to my house. This shit happened right here in Utah, man. I can't keep being quiet forever, bro. I need to talk about this stuff, man, because it's knocking on my doorstep, man. Social cohesion, yes. Who's they? The elites, the politicians, bro, the globalists running our country. Yeah, dude, I would just like to hear all the. I'm not politicizing my channel, Donnie Burr. It's one incident that happened today. We're talking about it because I'm trying to cope with it. Okay, I'm trying to cope with it. Shit happened here in my freaking backyard. Everybody already knows that I'm a conservative, that I lean conservative. If you don't know that, I'm sorry, man. If you're a liberal, you're definitely welcome here. Like, I don't hold anything against anybody. But yeah, dude, we need to talk about this stuff, man. You need to hear people that you like and trust talking about things like this, because if you don't, then you just get to hear it from the people you don't trust. And we all come together as a community to talk about this stuff and kind of iron shit out so that we can all freaking help each other, man, because some of us are trapped in our own thoughts, man. Some of us are trapped listening to the bullshit spewed out on freaking cable TV, bro. I mean, yeah, dude, it's like you hear about stuff like this happening in like California or somewhere else, and you're like, yeah, okay, that sounds normal. But then when it happens in your backyard, you're like, oh my gosh, man, this shit's getting out of hand. Don't start with the conspiracy shit. What do you mean the conspiracy? Like, dude, trust me, it's all a conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy, dude. That does suck, man. Catch-all term for globalization and trade industry. Yeah. The lizard people. I don't listen to Alex Jones. Dude, I try to avoid the most fringe people out there because they're the ones that stoke crazies. Like there's no reason. Like think about it. Just think about it for a minute, okay? You know all the crazy shit that goes on that happens. None of us have to support that shit. None of us have to fucking normalize it. None of us have to make excuses for it. We can all just look back and be like, yeah, that shit's crazy. That shouldn't be happening. What the hell? How is this going on? And then all those people that do stoke that shit, maybe they shouldn't be allowed to freaking talk to people like they do and make billions of dollars, millions of dollars. Yeah, dude. All life is precious, man. Charlie Kirk was gosh, he was an interesting fellow, man, for sure. He did not deserve that, dude. He did not deserve that, man. Like that's crazy to think that happened here. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'll tell you what, though. I was just thinking because I was just talking to Junior while I was grabbing my water. If the Democrats don't fix this, bro, that party's cooked. If they don't get this shit off of them, they're cooked. To tell you the truth, man. After like Charlie, like even Junior, dude, like these young kids, they knew who Charlie Kirk was, bro. If the Democrats don't shake these freaking psychotic people out of their freaking camp, bro, they are cooked. Because 2 generations now, like Gen Z, bro, they know who freaking Charlie Kirk was, man. As much as everybody wants to believe that, yeah, dude, that party's going to be cooked if they don't fix this. It's your channel. You can talk about what you want, when you want, freedom of speech. That's what it is, wrong. Oh, I know. I mean, I know that if I talk about this stuff, I'm going to lose people. But for every one I lose, I'm going to gain 10. But then I don't want it to be a bubble. I don't want it to be a bubble either. I want people to have differing views. That's the reason why I don't do it, man. Like I don't do this shit because I don't want to live in a bubble. Huh. Play Hitman and Charlie. No, dude. I'm not. Uh-huh. You're green now? Nice. You are green. Yeah, I just think so many of our youngsters knew who Charlie Kirk was. So I really do think that that's going to affect the way people look at the Democrat Party now, bro. As like the party of hate and anger and murder. Too soft for freedom of speech. Yeah, dude, they live in these bubbles, man, and it sucks. But I think I'm pretty subtle. I think I'm pretty subtle for the most part. I think you can tell. I think you could probably tell that I'm a conservative. I mean, I try not to swear a lot. I've been cursing in this, but I try not to. I heard Megyn Kelly cursing up a storm today, and it kind of that put that anger in my head. Huh. Frame Chasers is a perfect example of a soft man on YouTube. Well, yeah, bro. He charges people $500 for nonsense, so then he has to block them when they don't get what they want, right? I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that. Well, I started the night with 14,856 and we've lost one already. Damn. Gosh, dang it. I hate seeing you guys go. Huh. Okay, well, back. A hate monger. Yeah, dude, I'm definitely not a hate monger. Well, at least I hope I'm not. I trust and believe I don't strive to be a hate monger for anybody or anything. Oh, I don't. So I have, dude. I know a lot of black people, dude, and I think they're freaking awesome, man. So it's like I don't understand because I saw this right here, talking about like black people and stuff. It's like I know a lot of black people, man, and I know they don't like being tied to the freaking. I know they don't like being tied to the nonsense and the negativity out there. And then, at the same time, oh man, I just think it's messed up, bro. That like I kind of feel like I don't know, man. Like I mean, like I don't know. I know that everything is built, or at least it's like designed to try to get a rise out of people. So it's kind of hard to like have an opinion on that, man. To just to be completely honest with you, like I get that people out there, don't live the kind of life that I live, or live where I live. So it's like I can't really even begin to understand how it is, in certain places for certain people. So I don't know. That's why I try not to have an opinion about it either way, just because either way I'm going to be wrong. So instead of having an opinion either way, I try to just treat everybody the same. You know what I mean? I think that's the best way forward for me as an individual. Is I don't understand the complexities of other ethnicities, because we're all one race, bro. We're all the freaking human race. But I'm not going to sit and try to understand the nuances of how, people interact with other people. But, you know, for me, it's like I just try to treat everybody the same. If I live like that, I'll end up on the news. Oh, dude, I saw what happened to the freaking poor little white girl on the freaking train, bro. Like, I get that racial tensions are getting high. Yeah, the A's, what was it, like the B770? That looks pretty cool. That's just the way I've always lived my life before, is feeling like I don't treat anybody any different or any worse than anybody else, regardless of the color of their skin. Me, I'm, yeah, I have before, bro. Like I game with black friends. Exactly, bro. Like I've actually, dude. I grew up in one of the rougher neighborhoods here in Utah, bro. Like we were mostly cool. You know what I mean? We didn't really start hearing about all this, dude. Like in the '80s and '90s and stuff. Like growing up with all my friends and stuff, going to school and um, like this wasn't never a thing, man. Like this is all this racism stuff is all pretty recent. It coming to like a head or something like that. Because I don't think my generation. I mean, I can't speak for everybody in my generation. Like I don't feel like we were raised that way. Like I never had like teachers or or church leaders or like managers or anything like that ever in my life. Managers, teachers, anybody in like in an authoritative position ever come to me and say that like ever display any outward toward like forms of like racism, or get us to feel like that or anything. My parents weren't racist. Um, my friends' parents weren't racist. You know, I mean, like we grew up in a pretty diverse neighborhood too. So, like that was never a thing for me growing up until I was older and like ever went to like a jail or something. And then you start to see like the racist people. You know, they start to come out of the woodworks and stuff like that. I mean, because you're in jail, obviously, but other than that, like you know, as like growing up, like that's all a pretty recent, newer thing that just started coming up because it wasn't like that when we were younger, bro. At least for me, anyways. Like I don't know if other people grew up in different situations like that, but for me, like I didn't grow up being raised that way. Like those weren't things that were like ingrained to me or taught. Like I was never, dude. I don't know. That's why I like scratch my head a lot when I'm like people are talking about like ingrained systemic racism and all this shit, dude. I'm like what the fuck are you talking about? I never grew up that way. We didn't have that kind of teachings or authoritative people in our lives teaching us that shit. So where the hell does all that come from? And most of the trouble and shit that me and my friends got into when we were younger, that was all brought in by our own dumb bad decisions. You know what I mean? Like that was all brought on by our own stupidity. I mean, it was a pretty Mormon mafia. Yeah. So yeah, church leaders and stuff, at least in my lifetime, weren't like that. But I know that there's a history. Frog, who commits most of the crime in Utah? I would say it's pretty equal here, man. I don't know. I don't really follow the loss statistics anymore, but I don't know how proportionate it is here in Utah, to be completely honest with you. We're still not very diverse in Utah. It's not like super diverse here. Who? I don't think anybody knows what systemic racism is. I think it's just a made up word, to be completely honest with you. I honestly think it's just some made up bullshit to try to get people to feel like they're less than what they are. Who endorses political violence and then cries when it hits their own? Like, I don't ever see any kind of politicians on the left getting shirt or hurt or assassinated or anything like that. Like, what are you talking about? He's talking about Kirk. Was he endorsed? Did Charlie Kirk endorse political violence? I don't think I've ever heard him say anything like that. Well, I never really watched him like a whole bunch. Hand out reparations? Oh, absolutely not. I don't believe that that's no. He has. Oh yeah, the Minnesota politicians, but weren't they like taken out by their own? I have no idea, dude. Like, yeah, no, I didn't think that was cool back then. I don't think any of it's cool. It's like, what the hell? Who were they? Well, oh yeah, the one that pretended to be a cop and like could Patriot should bail out Paul Pelosi's attacker. Oh, did he really say that? I don't know. I guess if he did say that, yeah, I guess you're right, bro. I guess you're right. Honestly, if that it goes either way. I don't really think that, like, yeah, dude. That's why I'm talking. Like, I don't really watch a whole lot of politics because of that stuff, because they all keep saying the same stupid garbage. Sweet baby. Subject is trash. Yeah, I didn't. I don't watch a lot of them. I just thought it was kind of crazy because that shit happened in my backyard, like here in Utah where I live. And so I was like, wow, dude. Yeah, 5090 is pretty nice, man. It does get the job done. Yeah, I think maybe I'll like end the stream now, guys, and like probably just play some games. It really does suck, man. I just thought we should all take some time and kind of reflect, man. Maybe hopefully that pulls us closer together as a community and stuff, just kind of let you guys know where I stand. I'm like, wow, dude, that's pretty shocking for that to happen here. And I think it's pretty cowardly, man. Like, I honestly think that was some coward ass shit, to take him out like that, bro. Like, what the hell? Sonic Racing Crossroads on the 5090. Okay, I will. If I can get a copy of it, I will. I'm kind of broke for the rest of the month unless I sell that 5080 for $45. No, I'm just joking. But if I put anything else up tonight, it's going to be video game videos. So thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Have fun. Try not to let this stuff get you down too much, man. Like, it is pretty shocking to see like that stuff like that happen, man. Give away that is a prudent deal. It is rational. Cry for the children. Yeah, well, how about we just cry for everybody that loses their life in senseless fucking nonsense? Gazans and all, man. How about we all just come together and pray for everybody that's dealing with this kind of shit? Because it shouldn't be this way. All right, my friends. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming and hanging out.